Welcome. Next stop, the Fashion Bunker. Please sit back, relax and enjoy your journey.
Hello? Peace. Welcome, everybody, to Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost, honey. We are lost in this alien planet. We are somewhere else. We are in another time. We are in another place. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Hey, Debs. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Val. Hey, Caleb. Saya was there as well, right? Hey, Jenny Young, how's it going? Who else is there? Frozen Luxury. I saw a perfume person. Hey, Holly Grace, how's it going? Brenda Romero. Hi, everybody. I know, it's like, oh my God, is it Saturday? No, it's not, but we're here anyway. Hey, Johnny. That membership color suits you well. Hey, Ivy, how's it going, sweetie? Hey, Giovanna Ferrari. Listen, y'all, oh my God, we have so much to talk about. This, like, I had to do this live stream. By the way, I could not put it in the title because you know how YouTube is. Like, this is a very sensitive subject. Okay, here are my S's. Too loud. Very delicate subject, but what I'm trying to say here is this is partially going to be a true crime episode of the Fashion Bunker. Of course, fashion, haute couture, luxury true crime, mind you. We don't do just any true crime. Now, listen, obviously, everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged. But there's several topics we have to touch base on. I was like, oh my gosh, we got to talk. So I already got dressed and ready, makeup. You know, I've been filming. Oh, honey, I've been filming videos. We've been working on stuff that's going to come to videos that are going to be posted to my main channel, but also to my Essentially Deco Perfume channel. And once I've done filming that, I'm like, okay, now we got to go live. So also for everybody who's new to the channel, hi. You can follow me on Instagram, Super Deco Backup, all spelled together, for all the special insights and behind the scenes, but also on my Chanel dedicated fan account on Instagram, Decob CC, all spelled together. Would love to see you there. So, of course, the topic that I initiated a couple of days ago when it comes to the Chanel price increase, also took me to the Purse Forum, where people were talking about how it is, to many of them, an embarrassing thing now to wear their Chanel bags with the logos out and about. And we had quite the reaction, we received quite the reaction to that video. Matter of fact, it was 1 of 10 on my, now for my fellow colleagues who are also YouTubers, you know immediately what that means. For people who make YouTube, when I say 1 of 10, you know what that means, right? In the analytics. And the video was 1 of 10, and a ton of comments. The interactions among people were really strong. So I saw that there was this need to have a conversation like this. So I wanted to open it up and make it a little bit bigger. But then the true crime stuff started happening as well. And I was like, oh, we can connect the dots, honey. We can connect the dots. I just want to say also thank you to all my members and patrons. You can become a member today. Just push the join button next to the subscription button and gain access to extra perks, such as live pre-shows every Saturday before the main show. We do over 2 hours now pre-shows. It's a big party. And let me read some comments. Hi, Giovanna Ferrari. Audrey says, live in Ferret. Debbie says, dying for the shirt. Thank you, Debs. Giovanna says, what a surprise. It was a surprise to see you too, guys. I was a bit worried, to be honest with you, because I thought, oh gosh, I'm going to live stream. This is the weirdest hour. I've never live streamed at this hour. I hope some people are going to tune in. And I'm so pleasantly surprised. And my heart is so warmed up that to see all these lovely faces in the chats. Everybody's here. Hey, Rodel Decina, how's it going? Vel says, oh my. Jenny says, the outfit live in Ferret. Thank you so much. Oh, Debbie, it's still a secret, the designer. Vel says, oh my. Vel says, perfect timing for me. I've just ordered my dinner. Oh, finally. Australia and Melbourne also get a chance to enjoy the Fashion Bunker at its fullest prime time. 10 p.m., baby, for Down Under. I'm so glad that I could deliver Australian time as well from time to time. And in fact, for those of you who don't know, a couple of months ago when I announced the ending of the old format of my live streams where we used to pre-record all the topics together for like 10 hours at a time, and I said, that's now retired. We're going to do a whole new system. I also told you that there's going to be surprise live streams sprinkled throughout the week. Here we go. I'm testing stuff out. I'm also live streaming at different hours because I'm trying to figure out, sometimes it's also good for Australia to get a good prime time as well. And not just, America or I don't know, some parts of Asia or Europe. So I'm so glad you're all here. Was it a positive outcome on there, D? Wait, what are we talking about? I missed the topic before that. Let me scroll up a bit. And I'm going to catch up with the chats. Okay. Perfect timing for me. Oh my gosh. Wait, where are we? Corey K. Hi, Corey K. Must watch the replay tomorrow, but here's your thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thumb up the live stream. Hey, Velasquez, 2011. Lovely to see you too. Audrey, I lost it. I lost the plot. I don't know what you mean. Was it a positive outcome on there? Holly Grace, hey Audrey. Raymond, Chanel is embarrassing now. It is a joke. I agree, and we're going to get to it in just a second. Velasquez says, surprise! Hey Sylvia, is this a wig? What do you think? It's my mullet. It's my mullet wig, yeah. Loves that, says Sylvia. I'm in Europe. I love it, says Giovanna. Oh, thank you so much. So actually in Europe, so for all the Europeans, it's like early in the morning. For all the Australians, it's late at night. And, well, not late at night, but like, yeah. And then for all the American, well, depending if you're East Coast or West Coast, it could be after midnight, but it could be before midnight, depending on which part of the coast you're at. Oh, Debbie, I think Audrey means the top 10 videos. Oh, no, 1 of 10 means it's good. Yeah, 1 of 10 is the best. Yeah. Velasquez says it's 8. Kravi, hey Kravi, how's it going? Rima says, love the shirt. So wonderful. Thank you so much. I wanted something super festive because for me, in my mind, it's evening, right? So I guess we are good for Melbourne time. It's 5:15 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, Australia. Brisbane, says Holly. Kravi says it's afternoon here. Oh, so it's afternoon in Australia. So sorry, it's evening in America. I'm mixing up my continents. Henry says, from, you look stunning. Thank you. Oh, Rodel Decina. Hello from Philly. Hi, Rodel. How's it going? Oh, thank you, Henry, for all the love from Los Angeles. You're looking stunning. Thank you. Amber, millionaire. Hello, Jacob. Is there a reason for the live chat? What is that? What do you mean? You're in the live chat right now. The reason is you're here. What do you mean? What do you mean? Is there a reason for the live chat? Girl, what does that mean? And then a smiley. 8:15 in France, says Little French Homestead. Glad to catch a live. Hey, sweetie. Oh, I'm so happy to also see new names in the chat. You see, it's good to live stream at different times in different time zones because like then we get also other people to chat with us. Oh, a special announcement, Amber. No, it's a live stream. I mean, it's always special when we spend time together. It's always special. Actually, Art Lovers Unite. Well, I do have one announcement, but at this point, it's becoming like on a weekly basis. Art Lovers Unite is is playing in a couple of cinemas in Germany. Believe it or not. So it's in Dusseldorf if you want to go watch it. It's playing in Dusseldorf in just a couple of days. Chicago represents. Special day. Every day is a special day, Amber. At this point, listen, every day we live is a miracle because you never know. You never know. You know, we could kick the bucket tomorrow, or today. So enjoy. Hey, Rosha Kishki. Yes, Jacob Live. You are in the German time zone, baby. How's it going? So I guess it's morning for you. I'm cocktail attire. For me, happy to see a surprise live. Oh, you guys, you warm my heart. Thank you so much. So, y'all, the conversation is really serious because, I mean, first world problems, right? We're like all like, oh, okay, yeah. So Chanel bags, big issue. Problems. Oh my God. I know it's ridiculous. But of course, for us geeks, lovers of these things, Chanel doesn't do service to Coco. It is so sad. Riemann, I completely agree with you because that's the thing I posted on my Instagram, Super Deco Backup, all spelled together. Me typing a letter on an ancient typewriter to Coco saying like, hey, see ya at Hermes, you know, with my bracelet, living for this bracelet, by the way. Oh my God. I just did house chores yesterday with this bracelet on. I vacuumed the house and I'm like, vacuuming and this thing keeps kind of like, you know, hitting into, you know, and I'm holding, and I'm like, oh my God, it's such a fabulous sound. It makes this little clinky sound, you know, and yes, I'm that person. Ton of perfume, all my luxury jewelry on, and I'm vacuuming I am that person. Okay. I will never get out of my mind that scene of Melanie Griffith from Working Girl, one of my favorite movies of all time. Okay. Melanie Griffith in Working Girl vacuuming Sigourney Weaver's apartment before Sigourney comes back home. And she's in her like underwear and stuff, but everything is luxe in that place. And she's like vacuuming, serving her fabulous oats. I mean, if you know, you know. Melanie Griffith in Working Girl. The glass Jacob is drinking from matches the back. That's true, Brenda. Those visuals today, says Rosha, right? Little French homestead. This background is giving me Lisa Frank vibes. We live for Lisa Frank. Actually, Jesse Style, used to have a humongous Lisa Frank collection, all the best pieces ever. And so this is Jesse. This one's for you, vibes. Yeah, and the glass I'm drinking from, this is from my merch, you guys. You can get it at www.superdecob.com. The Super Decob Fashion Bunker merch glass. And yes, it does suit the ambient, doesn't it, darling? I thought, hey, Julie Scott, how's it going? I know, we're all up super late, Julie. Frozen says, vacuuming badges, True Beverly Hills. Yeah, oh, yes! True Beverly Hills, another one of my favorites of all time. Like, I know it's a Disney movie and we're not really going there, but oh my gosh. That movie. Oh, Julie, not only am I up late, but I might also have another vegan donut to eat today. Yeah, that's going to happen too. That's going to happen. This year, bag-wise, I'm excited for Phoebe Philo's launching her own brand. That's a good one, Asia A. Hi, Asia A, by the way. Hey, Joseph. I would rather put on a wedding dress and jump in front of a train than be seen in the bodega in anything Chanel. Julie goes, oh no, that might keep me awake, says Julie Scott, the donut. Hey, Denmark, good morning to y'all. How's it going? Oh my God, stop, says Debs. I know, Debbie. I'm not gonna do the shitza. I'm not gonna eat a shitza. Although I do have a pizza, but I'm gonna eat a donut for y'all. I know, Debs. We're the food, all the sugar vacuuming badges through Beverly Hills. Shelley Long. delivers in True Beverly Hills. I know a lot of people didn't like Shelley Long, but like back in the day, she's still alive, by the way. Anyway. Oh, Krabi, what flavor? Oh, you best believe we're going to have ourselves a cheesecake mixed coconut flavor. That's my favorite one. It's a coconut with coconut bits on top, sprinkled and filled with coconut cream inside. It is just in freaking sane. Now, but let's start the topic, because this one is a doozy. Let me tell you, it's a scary thing, because we start with Chanel, and I have here some eye candy for all of us, right? My favorite bags. But I feel so uncomfortable to wear them. And we were talking about the pricing. So this is the Cruise 2016 Korea collection, the Korean Cruise collection. It was dedicated to Korea, because the cruise collections also have not just the métier d'art collections, but also the cruise collections have topics and kind of countries they're connected to from time to time. Like, for example, the last cruise collection is Monaco. So, but in fact, for Chanel, cruise collections are kind of like métier d'art. But anyway, so this is a single flap. One of the bags from Chanel I wear the most, and this is very rare. De-stressed lambskin. Not calfskin. It's de-stressed lambskin with the thinnest chevron. It is just to die for, okay? I love this bag to bits. It's a slightly different shape than the Timeless Classic double flaps, because also more eye candy. We also have the small Timeless Classic. Now I'm showing just a few examples from my collection, right? To suit the purpose of talking about, it's the double C. That's the issue. So you can see the proportions are slightly different. So this would be kind of the size of a medium Timeless Classic, but it's flatter and a little bit longer. So the tab down here almost comes to the ground, while, as you can see in the Timeless Classic, it's a little bit higher. And then you got your double flap thing going on there, while here you don't. It's a simpler structure bag, and back in the day used to cost half the price of the Timeless Classics. But Asia asks, was the Timeless Classic ever made in calfskin? There are versions of it in calfskin as well. I mean, technically this is calfskin. It's just embossed in this caviar pattern. This is calfskin. But you're talking about, what are you talking about? Just like regular calfskin without caviar? I think so. Also, it was made in calfskin. And then I have, with champagne gold hardware here, the Timeless Classic Clutch, which is a thinner version. It has a back pocket, however, completely in leather, inside and out. Also a bag I love a lot. So these are kind of three of my favorite double C bags. Yes, I could have also brought out of my archives all of the minis, the rectangular minis, the square mini, but I think these are kind of really special, because we have a special seasonal piece, clutch, because, I love my clutches. And then we have the Chanel bag, the bag that everybody wants. It's the Timeless Classic. Now, oh my God, we have so many people watching, and there's only 30 likes. Come on, you guys. We got like hundreds of people watching, darling. Let's thumb up the live stream. We got a lot to talk about. Give it a squish, Jacob, says Audrey. Oh, which one? Oh, the most squishy one? This one, you guys. Since I unboxed it back in 2016, 2017, the video is still up on my channel. This bag is the squishiest bag I own. And it is just, you just wanna, the whole time, you just wanna do this to it. And guess what? It doesn't damage the bag. It's not lined in leather. This one is lined in a burgundy cotton. So you can see that gorgeous Chanel burgundy. Look, oh, by the way, look at the de-stressed lambskin. Look at the pattern of the lambskin without the chevron. So you can see the full texture of the grain of the leather and how it is, how de-stressed lambskin looks like. Isn't this to die for? It's almost as if it were like a silk or crêpe de chine texture of some sorts. I just love the patterns of it. I mean, it is just so, so beautiful. I mean, oh my God. I mean, can we talk like seriously, this texture is just divine, and you can feel it when you pass with the finger over it. It has that kind of delicate, it kind of, you can feel it. It's amazing. And in fact, ever since 2016, I've never seen Chanel do de-stressed lambskin again. You know, never. I've only seen it this one time, and I had to buy it. They did do a small version of this as well. There's a small and then the medium. But we were talking about how on the purse blog, some people were saying, you know, we really don't feel comfortable wearing our Chanels anymore. And it's the same for me. I can go out with my 255 because it doesn't have the double C logo, and that's okay. Still, I know it's a Chanel, so still I feel like I'm still endorsing the brand. And my problem, you see, my problem here is this. When I wear one of these out and about, or here, the biggest example, you know, my Timeless Classic. Okay, the small double flap. I bought this one when it was around 3,000. Okay. Now, granted, still super expensive and still crazy, but again, we're all here in this channel. We love our Chanel at the end of the day. We love bags, we love perfumes, we love fashion. So why are you watching me if you're gonna, you know, start commenting on first world problems? We're geeks. We love this stuff. Okay, to some people this is worth nothing. To us, it's worth a lot. But here's the plot twist: is it worth to us anything anymore? And this is the point that the people on the purse blog were also saying, and also what I'm feeling more and more is that this is actually, even though I bought it for $3K, now it's $10K after taxes and all, right? $10,000? Even if I bought it for $3,000, and you know I take very good care of my bags. I bought this bag in 2015. It still looks brand new because I know how to care for them. You know, it's pristine. Now, to wear this bag today would look like I bought it a short while ago because it's still in gorgeous condition. And it would look like I'm endorsing the fact that these bags now cost that much money. It would look as if I were endorsing Chanel's scam, really, because to me, that's how it feels like, okay? It feels like a scam. It feels like they're scamming me into spending $10,000 for something that is so not worth $10,000. And by wearing a bag that I even spent $3,000 on, which is also too expensive, granted, but more in that, okay, you know what? I'm going to splurge once on a Timeless Classic and then I have it. The 3,000 scenario within the luxury bag world, like if you're into luxury stuff and you're into Chanel, like that's something that I can splurge on. That's something that I can kind of be on board with and say, you know what? Okay. To each their own, I know. But 10K? No. And by the way, prices keep going up. This thing is going to cost 20K sooner than you think. So by wearing this bag today, I literally, oh, thanks for subscribing. By wearing this bag today, I literally give people around me on the streets the idea or the impression that I endorse Chanel's marketing strategies, that I endorse Chanel's elitist way of dealing with these objects. And I really don't endorse that. I really, really don't. I know a lot of people, there's a lot of these discussions happening. A lot of people are saying lately, you know, Chanel really wants to alienate the middle class and everything underneath the middle class, and they just want the hyper rich to buy their stuff. You know, there's been also, what was it, Nordstrom? The boss of Nordstrom was like saying, oh, you know, was it Nordstrom? Who was it, you guys? I think it was Nordstrom. He also wrote, I'm going to focus now on the 40% of the 1% extra rich, which are 40% of my client base. I'm going to focus all my sales for them, not for the other people. And so now people are saying, oh, is Chanel also trying to do that, to play that elitist snob attitude? And Neiman Marcus, thank you, Caleb. Neiman Marcus. And I feel like, honestly, I don't think that conversation is valid for Chanel, also for Louis or other of these like top tier luxury brands. By top tier luxury brands, I mean, basically, I'm going to throw some shade now, but by top tier luxury brands, I mean those luxury brands that have still not done a collab with H&M. Just saying, because you know, if you do a collab with H&M, Because if you do a collab with H&M, it's because you need the promo. And the ones that have not done it yet are Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, Gucci. You know what I mean? Now, the dream, H&M for Hermes is Asia. But I mean, listen, if you're really fighting sustainability and you really want to have some sort of morals left, you're not going to collaborate with H&M. You're not. Because H&M stands for fast fashion, stands for overconsumption, stands for use it and throw it away. Use it once, throw it away. It stands for not really being transparent about labor and how you're paying your people and how you're sourcing your raw materials. Like, it stands for all the wrong things. And if you're a brand that is minimal... Oh, Vivienne Westwood also never collaborated with H&M for a reason. She was a lady. Now, that's a whole other can of worms. And actually, I shot a video about that topic coming out soon on my channel, so stick around for that video. But there are exceptions to be made. I understand not everybody is in an economical position to be able to say, oh, you know what, I can't afford to buy, I don't know, full price Moschino, so I'm going to get the Moschino for H&M collab when it launched, right? But anyway, that's a whole other can of worms, and that's a conversation to be had in another video. Now, to rein it back in to Chanel in particular, there is this feeling and vibe that I get now when I do go out with, and actually I stopped going out. You see, that's the whole thing. I'm not wearing my bags anymore because, and I know in my comment section underneath my video, the Chanel price increase video, there's been a lot of different comments. Some of them are really, really amazing. Most of them are really amazing, actually. But there are some people who are framing it from a standpoint of elitism and saying that, oh, it's good that the prices are going up because then not so many people are going to have this stuff. And then there's some people who say, well, I love these pieces for the heritage, for what they stand for. So I don't care what others think. I only care about myself, so I'm going to keep wearing them, and I don't care what others think on the street when they're judging me. And then there's the other faction that say, I feel embarrassed and uncomfortable wearing this stuff at this point. But for what reason do I feel uncomfortable? Some people are feeling uncomfortable for wearing the double C logo on their bags because, like myself, they feel like, oh, by wearing it, it almost looks like we're endorsing this marketing and pricing strategy that Chanel is enabling at the moment, and it just doesn't sit right, especially given also the economic conditions and situation of the world. Even if we were not in a recession at the moment, you guys, even if we did not have the economical crisis that we have at the moment, I would still not feel good with Chanel's prices for these bags at them. I would still not be endorsing it. So for me, it's not just about we're going through economy situation at the moment. It's more than that. It goes deeper than that. But then there's those people who say, well, I feel uncomfortable wearing it now because I'm scared that I'm going to get mugged. I'm scared that somebody's going to steal it, snatch it from me while I'm walking on the street or while I'm walking to my car in the garage, at the mall or whatever. So some people are just saying, yeah, it costs more than a car at this point, than some cars. And some people just don't feel comfortable to wear that stuff out and about because they might get mugged. And other people also say, I don't feel comfortable with it because they cost so much at this point that that most people are now purchasing fakes. And so the real one, people look at you thinking, you can't afford the real one anyway, so you have a fake. But you have a real one. But others look at you and judge you as if you had a fake. Another one of my viewers wrote that they were at a restaurant with their Chanel bag with a double C logo, and the person working there, the waiter or waitress, I forgot which gender they had. Well, they, at this point, looked at the bag, said, oh, is that Chanel? Is that like real Chanel? And then when she answered yes, she said she got the worst service. So, and I mean, you know what I mean? I feel really sorry that she got really bad service for it, but it's like, wow, now at this point, we've come to a point where this thing is more detrimental to your happiness than it should be the opposite of that, which would be building up your happiness. And this is a huge point for me. You guys, it's a huge point because And we're going to connect this to the point where I was about to finalize that other topic, talking about, you know, a lot of people think Chanel is now for the elite. It's just for the 1% rich. No, it's not. Chanel wants all the classes to keep buying because that's where the money is. They get a ton of money from makeup and perfumes as well. And we're all buying that stuff. You know what I mean? There's always a budget for a lippy. There's always a budget for Chanel nail polish. There's always a budget. You know what I mean? The Rouge Noir, the most classic of Chanel nail polishes, there's always a budget for this. And then boom, all of a sudden you gave money to Chanel. But they want you to aspire, and because everything's aspirational at the end of the day. The really, really, really rich, it's other things that they worry about when it comes to money. Just saying. Now, but Chanel wants to be aspirational. They want you to think, well, this is something to aspire to. And if you can have this, you can have your luncheons at the Ritz. You can have tea time at the Ritz. You could play. You can cosplay yourself into a world, a fantasy world of some sorts. But it's a deranged fantasy world because, of course, as they're rising these prices, they're also rising the prices of their small leather goods. And now, I mean, some of their wallets, you guys, some of their wallets now cost the amount of money that used to be the price for this bag. Let that sink in. So everything has shifted, but just because they want you to dream even more about obtaining it, these prices are going up so high to make the people who don't have that amount of money desire it even more. The prices aren't going up higher and higher and higher because, oh, well, we can milk the rich even more. No, the rich don't care. It's not about that. It's about everybody else that Chanel is actually still catering to. Coincidentally, also Louis Vuitton and all the other luxury brands. Don't get fooled a minute. They want your money. They want your money. They just want you to want it so bad. And this is where I think they made a terrible mistake. They've outpriced themselves, where now we are disgusted by it. Because the game that they're playing, they've pushed it so far that now it's vulgar. It's become vulgar to even consider getting one of these bags for that price because you feel bad about it. Why? Because at the bottom of your stomach, no matter how much you're mesmerized by this aspirational brand, and you want that so that you could also feel your oats and be that girl that goes to the museum and watches the paintings and has a little selfie taken from behind her back while she has her little Chanel bag as she's going to the museum. You want that fantasy, but you're not going to get it because it's disgusting. The idea of having to pay so much money for it now, they've pushed it so far whilst reducing the quality of that leather, of those bags, because we've seen what a travesty that quality has become lately. It's like, it's a scam at this point. It feels like a scam to me. You know, I feel scammed. I feel like no matter how much I desire this aspirational moment, that moment and that desirability and the FOMO has been overshadowed by this incredibly intense and opulent greed that this brand is showing me. It's like they're literally screaming at me, "Give me your money!" You know, and like, I'm giving you nothing in return, and your bag is going to fall apart after a day of wearing it. I don't give an F. Give me your money. And it's just become so vulgar because of that. Bottom line. Because of that. So that other wonderful comment left by a person in the Purse blog saying, you know, these bags were fun. Yes, they were expensive in the past, but they make you feel good. You know, the price was in that range where you didn't fear because it's the price of a car. And you buy the bag and you enjoy it, and it's a fun bag to wear. You know, that fun and that joy of owning a Chanel bag and just enjoying your day with it, well, that's gone for me. That happiness is gone. I don't feel happy anymore when I wear my Chanel double C bags out and about. I feel extremely uncomfortable. Not just because, like a lot of you say, oh, other people are going to judge you like, well, is that real at this point? Because like, how can he afford a $10,000 bag? Or, oh, it's real. Let me try to mug him. Or I don't know, for whatever reason, or, oh my God, look what an idiot. He spent 10K on a bag, which I didn't, by the way, but because I have the bag, people might think, oh, it's new. So he just got it. So he's endorsing the $10,000 plus price tag of a bag that's not worth that money. So like, I mean, to each their own, but for me, it's become that. For me, all of these questions and fears and anxieties and feeling that like the brand is tricking me and scamming me has become so much more strong and is overshadowing all the pleasure that I had wearing these bags. There's, the pleasure is not stronger anymore than all the downsides. And it's come to a point where even with a seasonal piece that you might still, justify it and say, yeah, but it's a seasonal piece, it cost half the price that a timeless classic would cost. But it's still like, yeah, well, half a price of a timeless classic today means that this thing costs you the price that the timeless classic used to cost back in the day, which is not true. This thing was the half of the, anyway, you know what I'm saying? This used to cost half the price of what a timeless classic used to be back in the day. But somebody would then recalculate that and say, oh, so you paid $5,000 for this bag. No, I didn't. But that's what people are going to think. And I really don't like it. It just makes me feel so, exactly, Kravi. It makes you question if luxury is worth having anymore. This is the point. I will buy more Hermes bags then. Raymond, I think so. Yeah, me too. I'm going more into that direction. I love Rick Owens. Listen, I have 2 Rick Owens bags now. The price was amazing for luxury standards, and plus they were on sale. That lambskin is light years better than Chanel's lambskin. And the bag is lined in leather. You know how Chanel bags are not lined in the same leather that's outside, right? Inside is a lower grade leather. Their lining is in a different textured leather. It's like a more porous-y leather. They might say, oh, it's because it's more user-friendly. No, it's a very delicate leather in there. The Rick Owens lambskin is the same lambskin that they use for the outside. They also use on the inside. It feels like a glove. Plus, I got it on sale for like $600. I mean, I love his designs. He's also obsessed with ancient Egypt. So he has this like mystical Egyptian vibe going on with his styles. I'm so into that. As you know, also I loved Karl Lagerfeld's last Métier d'Art collection, which was also about ancient Egypt, right? The Métier d'Art Paris, New York / Paris, Egypt. Like the live stream, you guys. We got 200 people watching. Whoop, whoop. Come on, let's reach at least 100 thumbs up. You guys, we only got 72 thumbs up. So this aspirational moment of this brand is not aspirational anymore. You see, I think they've burned themselves. They've pushed it so far where I feel uncomfortable even viewing it as an aspirational moment. Seriously. Oh, Riemann, of course, early Karl Lagerfeld era with Chanel and Claudia Schiffer. Amazing. Best of times. Merida. Hey, Merida, lots of Lux is falling off, sadly. I gave up on Dior after Raf Simons left. Good design is available, bespoke, not just corporate luxury. Totally agree with you. By the way, coincidentally, Rick Owens owns his own company. He's not part of a multinational. Oh, not only does he own his own company, he has his own factory. He does his own leathers. That's amazing. You know how rare that is? So, just saying. Hey, Madame Ross, how's it going? Poppin'. Are we poppin'? Surprise! So, Madame Ross, let me play Diane Ferret by Madame Ross. Okay, you guys, Madame Ross is in the chats and Madame Ross is singing. Special treat for us. We got Madame Ross in the chats. Let's play Madame's majestic, angelic voice as we're Diane Ferret.
Diane Ferret, Diane Ferret, Diane Ferret, Diane Ferret, Diane Ferret. Oh, something like that. Please let me sing it in for you.
I love it. Such a moment, such a vibe, such a vibe. Yeah, usually we end with Madame Ross's voice, but we begin now because Madame Ross is in the chats. Rick Owens by Rick Owens for Rick Owens says Catface. Exactly. Russia says one hat water dies. One hat? Dying for the old Chanel, says Madame Ross. Yeah, me too, babes. Debbie, such a talent. Yes. It's not aspirational if you despise it, says Holy Grace. Exactly. But also Ferragamo is the same, says Holy Grace. My favorite house for 10 years now. Oh, that's good. That's good. So they do their own stuff? Claudia from B says, hi, Diego. Hey, Claudia. How's it going? Hope you had a wonderful day. I love the pumpkin emoji. You were the first YouTuber that I actually loved because you truly loved Chanel for its core, and I finally felt someone understood. Oh, Claudia, thank you so much. You know how much I love my Chanel. You know how much I love my Chanel, and I'm going to love it till my dying day. But there's a difference between loving what Coco Chanel stood for and her fashion and loving the brand of today, that is Chanel. I'm still very torn because, like I said, I love these bags. I adore these bags. It's just like how to wear them without feeling terrible about it. But I still wear their perfumes. I wear their fine jewelry. I wear their makeup. You know what I mean? Like they have really good quality makeup. They have great quality in other departments. My favorite perfumes of all time are Chanel. So it's not like I'm like, okay, I'm done. Okay, because their leather now sucks and the prices suck, I'm done. No, I love Luxottica. Luxottica is a great, is a great, well, I mean, it's a little bit complicated, but Luxottica has great quality sunglasses and they've been making Chanel sunglasses for decades now. So I still love their sunglasses and I still think that you can find good prices on their sunglasses. So I'm fine with Chanel sunglasses, you know what I mean? But it's this kind of this part of the brand that is connected to this, what they believe, the desirability, the highest desirability for their handbags that has made them push the prices so high up there where I think to myself, you're not that good, honey boo boo cha. And especially in the past, you had Carl to counter that by creating these exceptional fashion shows with these like exceptional sets and set designs. And there was a dreamy atmosphere. Every collection was a different story. That made you dream even more. So then the bags are expensive, but there's like a whole backbone that the brand offers you that kind of justifies the higher price for a bag. The millions of dollars they would spend every season to create another fashion show set. They don't do anymore. Now they do paper mache animals for haute couture in a dirty space, a tiny little room where models are sweating their butts off inside butts of paper mache animals for 15 minutes before they're let out to walk the runway. And that's an haute couture show? So you've saved money on producing that show as opposed to how much money was spent when Carl was there producing his shows, but you're raising the prices for your bags yet again. So the backbone is now missing. Virginie's collections are the same. Every season looks the same. It's like, oh wait, what is this? Was this fall winter? Was this spring summer? Was this 2022 or was this 2020? Or was it 2023? I don't know. It all looks the same. So they're losing more and more traction. People care less and less. So the backbone is missing. How are you going to lure me in to want this bag again? To want to buy it for $20,000? With what? With what? Because I like your perfumes? Yeah, I've always liked your perfumes, but what are you offering me that's new? Where's the new fashion show? Where's the new moment? Where's the new photo shoot? Where's the dream? I don't see a dream when I watch Virginie Viard's collections. The last interesting dreamy collection was Chateau de Dame, Métier d'Art collection from her in 2021. But truth be told, it was more the actual setting of the Chateau de Chenonceau that created that vibe, not really her collection. Some of the pieces were amazing, but at least it had a theme. Okay, at least that one had a theme, a very clear theme. That translated relatively well in clothes. But I mean, we'll go at this point. So where's the backbone that's going to help me stick around and be interested in Chanel bags? Nothing. You're not offering me nothing. Virginie is not good enough for that. I'm sorry. Virginie might be great for doing, theater and television and movie costumes. fine, beautiful. You know, television and movies need more simpler clothes, you know. Costumes for film, outfits for film, wardrobe for film needs to be simpler, you know. So yeah, Virginie is good for the simple stuff. Great, more power to her, not for Chanel. So she's not helping them sustain these high prices either with the collections. So it's going to come to a point where people will get tired. Now, us hardcore Chanel fans that have been around for a hot minute, we're already tired. Other people, trust you me, they will follow suit. It's going to take them more time. It's going to take them some time to realize what is happening. I think people have not realized yet just how bad Chanel is at the moment. It's going to take time. You know how these things take time. You know, like when a new perfume is released, when Jean-Paul Gaultier in the mid-90s released Le Male, first the gays loved it. It was kind of niche. But now the whole world loves it. All the straight guys love it. You know, now it's like become this mass product that everybody wears, but it took decades. So also with Chanel, we here in our community, we are at the top of we're the tips of the nervous system of Chanel in terms of consumers. Like we are literally the first to notice changes. We are the first to notice a shift in attitude, a shift in marketing, a shift in quality. We are the first to sound the alarm. But we don't have a big reach. It's not like I have millions of subscribers that I can like say one thing and all of a sudden it reaches the globe. No. But we are the ones that are the first to realize because we're so invested in this. Not because we want to show off that we have a Chanel bag. No, because we love the heritage, the quality, the smell of this leather. Oh my God. I love the smell of it. Like the history behind it, every single detail, the stitch count, the stitch count, everything. And then that's why we are the first to sound the alarm when something is wrong. We are the first to tell you when something new is happening. We are the first to tell you, hold on, there's a shift in the design system. There's a shift in this and that. We are the first. But because we are the first, also we are often bullied. Because then the masses kind of, you know, by accident managed to see my video, happened to fall into my video and then they're like, what the hell is this Oompa Loompa talking about? He doesn't have a clue. Chanel is amazing. It's the best thing in the world. I'm like, wait, you just wait and see. You're saying this because you're not in it. Because for you, it's still aspirational. But give it a year or two and you'll understand what I'm saying now. Because we are the first to sound these alarms, we're not taken seriously. Because it's not yet a mass movement. It hasn't become a mass movement yet. So people are still like kind of looking at us like, what the hell are you talking about? Huh. The same like when I said, hey, Jeremy Scott is leaving Adidas. Nobody believed me. People laughed at me. And then the year later, they're like, oh my God, you were right. I'm like, yeah. When I said that the prices of the Les Exclusives, that they're going to change from eau de toilette to eau de parfum, a lot of people didn't believe me. They were saying, nah, what he's talking about. And then, bam, all of a sudden, the eau de toilettes were gone and the eau de parfums substituted them for a much higher price and people were complaining. So because we love this so much, because we're into it so much, we are the first to realize these changes and to sound the alarm. And we should be taken seriously because at the end of the day, what is in my interest is you guys, or we, all of us, the consumers, that we are happy. And everybody can be happy. The brand can be happy with our money and we can be happy with their products. But I think the balance needs to be a healthy balance where both can profit. Otherwise, why even do business with somebody? And you are doing business when you buy a Chanel bag. When you enter into a business with the brand, you're giving them money, they're giving you a product. It's a business transaction. You're entering into a business relationship with the brand when you buy their product. So why should I feel like this transaction is not fair? You see what I'm saying here? You also wouldn't accept some crazy deal with some business person that asks you for, you know, like, oh, let's get into business together for this or that reason. Like, for example, for Art Lovers Unite, for my movie with Vivienne Westwood and Patrick J. Thomas, we received an offer from a distributor, and the distributor offered us a 12-year exclusivity contract, 50-50 split on the earnings, but the twist was they wanted to use our 50% for all of their expenses, which would leave us with zero. And I'm like, how is that fair? How is that fair? That's the same feeling I get nowadays when I'm at Chanel. I'm like, well, hold on a minute. I just feel extorted. I feel like this is extortion. Like you know, you want $10,000. You want $10,000 for this bag, but what do I get in return? Shame is what I get in return. I get shame in return. I get cringe vibes in return. I get the feeling that I'm partaking in something that doesn't feel right at my core. It's vulgar. And that's the opposite of what Coco Chanel considered to be her brand. You know, she always said, and I never stress enough to repeat myself, the opposite of luxury is not poverty. The opposite of luxury is vulgarity. And what Chanel, the brand, is doing today is vulgar. So this business transaction that you're entering into with these brands, it better be beneficial to both of you. Otherwise, why do it? It's very simple, really, you guys. Very, very... oh, it's laggy? The stream is laggy? My Ambien is kicking in, so I'll say good night, says Julie Scott. Good night, my love. I agree with everything you're saying, and I watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Okay, my love, sleep well. Brenda Romero says the clothes are extremely expensive, way too expensive for what it is. The clothes as well, for sure. Even their clothing line. I mean, it's come to a point where a t-shirt is over $2,000. Cotton t-shirt. Yes, I pre-ordered one. I still don't know if I'm going to pick it up once it arrives because I'm just like, no, but I love the print. But anyway, that's a whole other story. Terrible. I know. But that's because we keep like, because, okay, whatever. I'll talk about that shirt in another video. I have not bought anything. I'm just saying. But what I want to say is that business transaction needs to be mutually beneficial. Right now, it's not. You're giving them $10,000 and you're receiving a product that's, in many cases, going to fall apart really soon because the quality isn't good. The leather isn't good enough anymore. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Greed is showing off. It is always vulgar. Exactly, Nettie. And interesting how the guy from LVMH, the owner of LVMH, I always forget his name, whatever, the LVMH guy, that even he threw shade at Chanel by saying, oh, you know, yes, we're going to have a price increase again, but not as crazy and unrealistic as our colleagues from some other brands do, because they will alienate, I'm paraphrasing here, they will alienate their customer base. And he was right. They pushed it too far. They pushed it too far. Oh, thank you, little French homestead. C'est bon? Good. No lag. All right. So greed and showing off is always vulgar. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Not the cotton t-shirt. I know. The dream. Peeling leather is luxury. Exactly. Lily Bonfi. Oh, Chic says, Chanel has become vulgar for sure. I really don't enjoy shopping there anymore. Yes, I still have happy memories shopping there, but not anymore. That's the thing. The joy is gone. You guys, and you know how much I love the brand, and it hurts my heart to say this, but it's like I go there because I still know the people there, and if I'm passing by and I say hi, and first of all, the boutique isn't as full as it used to be. Where's my water? Oh, I don't have it. No. Do I? No. Oh, no. Okay, let me just refill my water. It's not as it used to be. It's never really full. Never. There's almost never a line of people waiting to enter. Hold on. I'm just trying to. Okay. There's almost never a queue of people waiting to enter, and it's always very, you know, some sales associates hanging around waiting for people to enter. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. Always a line. Layoffs might be coming. I don't know. Could be. You never know. Oh, Bernard Arnault. Thanks, Rosha. Yes, the LVMH dude. For cotton tee, that's an insane price. Yeah. Yes. Oh, over 2,000. I know. Little French Home said, LVMH is Bernard Arnault. Chanel is for the Lou. Always a line at Hermes. Never Chanel in my area, says Sylvia. layoffs are coming. AJ says, I was in Paris last week. There was no queue outside the Rue Cambon, and it was the middle of the day. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. So I really want to continue this conversation with you guys, because one thing, it's good for us to raise awareness about this, but also to have a conversation about it, like in the comment section down below. How do you feel with Chanel? Like, do you still feel comfortable wearing the bags with the double C logo? For me, it's the bags at the moment, you know, that are an issue. I don't have an issue with their sunglasses. With sunglasses also always have a logo, but the sunglasses are still like, you know, they're luxury sunglasses. The pricing is the same for other luxury sunglasses brands out there. They're not like overstepping the price of their sunglasses. They are, but not as much as other brands are. But they've really went way too far with everything else. Wow, just saying. Now, also what I want to say is no lines anymore in Brisbane. Usually full. Security guards look bored to death, says Holy Grace. Interesting. You see? Lady Bradface, isn't Chanel selling? I still believe that they might be. There's still no official confirmation, but thank you for bringing that up again. Audrey says, last Friday when Aish and I went to Chanel, it was dead. There you go. So Britain, dead. Australia, dead. Paris, Rue Cambon, no queues outside, dead. Doesn't that tell you something? Doesn't that tell you something? Riemann Ryman says to Lady Bradface, right, that's why they want to rise the price so the market value gets higher. Yes, there's the speculation that we're having that they might want us, because the Wertheimers, you know, they're like, well, we're at this point now, we're getting really old, our kids don't really care for the brand, so let's just try to make the brand look as profitable and as expensive as it can so that we can sell it off for a really high price and call it a day. But no official confirmation. This is all just speculation. Navy 47, Mahomes got his daughter a Chanel bag, 4,500. How many years ago? Lily Gal. Yeah, people are saying that Chanel might get sold. Who will be the buyer, we wonder? Could you imagine? LVMH, probably. Riemann says Chanel will soon be under LVMH. And this is why Pharrell Williams went to LVMH, because he's like, you know what? Chanel is going to come under LVMH anyway soon, so I'm going to still get to do both. Zon it. Please, zon it. But yeah. So empty boutiques. Wow, says Debs. Yeah. Holy Grace, selling. Luxe collection. I meant Hermes is scammy, making people play the pre-spend game for an offer they may or may not get. The offer may also be for a completely different bag than asked for. Luxe collection, this is bad, yes, but it doesn't happen in every country. This happens in some countries, but you know, in some countries they don't play these games. So it's not a general thing. But it's bad. Even if it's happening just in one country, it's bad. I completely agree with you. Carrie Lee says, I would only buy vintage, but I'm a pre-loved bargain hunter. Oh, we love our pre-loved. It's just that, listen, that feeling that I used to have going to Chanel and then buying a bag there or any product there, and then the treatment and it was my Disneyland. Okay, that was my Disneyland. I get that vibe as well at Louis, because now I know I have established a relationship with my sales associate, and it is a beautiful experience every time I go to Louis. It feels like by the way, Luella Annabeth is with us. I'm stretching her. Oh, Audrey, are you in the chats? I'm going to show Luella Annabeth. Listen, a Speedy 35. I would still buy it over and over and over again. Like, yes, it's also overpriced, but still worth it to me. And the experience of buying in the boutique, yes, we know we've had a huge issue with this bag because of the boutique that I went to when I was traveling. And on what was supposed to be a holiday, but turned out to be a working stay. Anyway, oh man, but still the memories. It was such a difficult birth, this bag, but I'm living for it. But Audrey, Yeah, my chip, hey, I'm going to show you the pillows. You know how I stuffed this bag to straighten it out? Because it's been folded, because it's still brand new. So it's straightening itself slowly out, but I don't even mind these folds anyway. Because when I'll travel with it, I'll fold it up again anyway to put it in my backpack, to have it flat while I'm traveling. Like in airplanes, I don't want it to get dirty, so I'm not going to just like let them put it in the overhead bin compartment. Okay, I'm going to show you the pillow that I use to stuff my Speedy 35, y'all. Michael Myers pillow. Oh my god, this is my favorite pillow. I got this years ago. Look, it has a little stitched pumpkin from Halloween from 2018. So it has the stitched pumpkin, and it has a Michael Myers head, the mask of Michael Myers. It's a pillow, y'all. Yes, I stuff my Louis with Michael Myers pillows, okay? So sue me. And hashtag not sponsored, but it's by a brand called Creepy Co, like Creepy Company, Creepy Co. They make these pillows. It's a beautiful, beautiful pillow. It's plush and soft, and I just love it. I'm not gonna touch them with my face because I have makeup on. So anyway, Mikey is my Louis Vuitton bag stuffer. He's the bag stuffer. Okay, so let's put Mikey back into the bag. But yeah, so yeah. Oh, Caleb. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Oh, there he goes back into, yeah. I always use Mikey pillow for stuffing the bags to give them a good shape, you know. I wish they made the Michael pillow in different sizes so I could put it in all sizes of bags, but yeah. All right. So anyway, that's Luella Annabeth. Let me put you down there. And, what was the convo that I was going to have with y'all? You would use a pillow like that? So you. I love it, says Star Medicine. Hashik says, love it. Yeah, I'm not the type of person who's going to walk around showing off the shit that I got. Like, I love these things to bits. They're like my toys. You know what I mean? Luella Annabeth. Is it Luella? Yeah, it is Luella. Luella Annabeth. Forgetting the name of my children. Luella Annabeth is always like unboxed, not in her dust bag, just standing there next to the bed, always aired, because I use her on a daily basis, and it's just so practical. This bag, the Speedy 35. Oh my god, love it to bits. Love it to bits. Could someone post where to get that? Oh, the pillow is at creepyco.com. Not sponsored, by the way. Michael and Louis equals fire, says Madame Ross. Can't get any more fabulous as well. Oh, you guys, thank you, my people. You're my people. So that kills, says Lady Bradfay. Yes, that does kill. Little French homestead. Jacob, come to Nice on the French Riviera. It was the second ever Louis Vuitton in France and is still in the same historical building with sea view. Huge selection. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I've been to Nice in 2018 for the Cannes Film Festival. I stayed in Nice and I was driving to Cannes every day. What a beautiful city. Oh my God, the best seafood, spaghetti seafood I've ever had in my life. I still to this day, I dream of that seafood pasta that I ate there in Nice. Nisa loves that. The Louis Vuitton boutique in Deauville has a very limited selection, says Little French Homestead. Audrey, do they do a Lost Boys one? I wonder. I don't know. You should check their website. They have such a cute website, by the way. Madame Ross says, I wanted to shop in Nice last summer and everything from my list OOS, no matter if Louis Vuitton, Chanel, or Hermès, I was so sad. Oh, nothing was there. Little French Homestead says, un bon, Hermès in Nice never has anything, but the boutique in Deauville does. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, well, I would just like to visit them for the historical value. It's not like I need to buy something there. You know what I mean? Creepy says the Pacific. Madame Ross says, yeah, people told me I should have shopped in Monaco, but I was so tired I did not enter. Now I regret it a lot. Madame says, OOS, out of stock. Gotcha. You know, I'm really bad with abbreviations. Road trip? Audrey, let's do a road trip to Nice and Monaco. Oh, that's too bad, Madame, says Debbie. But listen, part of this, like me wanting also, you know, not necessarily to shop anymore. Like I want to tone it down. You know, I have these beautiful objects and I'm realizing like something's changed in time. And then all of a sudden these bags that you love so much, you don't wear them anymore because you feel uncomfortable with them. Right. But yeah, I think 2023 is definitely the year of that silent luxury. For me, it's definitely more Hermes or Chanel jewelry, though. You know, I would love to have more of these platinum rings, even though they're overpriced for what they are. So maybe I'm going to go to another brand to get platinum rings and just stack them up. Love platinum. Sean d'Ancre, okay, 2 years waiting for my size. Finally, it arrived, and I am living for it. By the way, I hope it's not annoying you too much, that the kind of the noise it makes sometimes, because the mic is right here. So yeah, you get used to it, because I'm wearing this all the time now. So my videos are all going to be clicker, clacker, clacker, clacker. Yeah, the more silent luxury, you know, we're going in that direction, I feel, definitely. And also buying less. I just want to spend more time enjoying what I already have. I really, really want to dedicate my time to a lot of these pieces and just really feel them, enjoy them, like to the fullest. I mean, I am so happy with my with the packing cube medium, because I put all my, you know, all my makeup in here, right? Use it every day. And if I'm like going somewhere and I got to film something, I'm traveling a lot lately for the movie, right? I just like zip it, put it in my backpack, and this thing is always with me. And it's such a great cost per wear that you get out of it that I don't get out of my Chanel bags. But here I get it out of it, you know? Oh my God, we got 200 people watching, 115 likes. Come on, people. We can do better. Please thumb up the live stream, because it really, really helps the channel, because the algorithm is never our friend. But if you thumb up the video or the live stream, you actually let the algorithm know that you like what we're doing here. And that really helps to promote the channel, because then the more thumbs up we get and the more chances we might have at the YouTube algorithm showing this live stream to new audiences. You know, for them to show it to new audiences, my returning viewers have to like it first. That's the catch. So it would really, really mean a lot. It would really mean the world to me. Thank you. Now, also, listen, let's get to the true crime. Now, be warned, you guys, if some of you have delicate stomachs, now is the time to maybe consider I'll warn you, okay, when we get there. We're not there yet, but we're beginning with something very fascinating. Okay, so we're talking luxury and luxury true crime. The first story, I'm going to... Holy Grace, look at you, you little... you're like a truffle pig. You sniff it out immediately, don't you? Yeah. But no, actually no. First, we're beginning with something else. We are beginning with... okay, there you go. Holly Grace works in law enforcement. That's why. That's why Holly Grace is our little truffle piglet. She sniffs out where the mystery is immediately. She knows immediately everything. All the names, plot lines, plot twists, sweetie darling. The suspects, darling. The innocent ones, the murderers, the guilty ones, darling. She knows them all by name. So, hey, Christy Smith. How's it going? Oh my God, Abby Choi. I know. We're going to get there. But listen, no, I just want to talk about kleptomania. And hold on, let me get my thing out. Okay, so we're going to talk about theft in luxury. Okay, so there's this, you guys, this is insane because, okay, let me. So I got from the New York Post the news, but the news has actually been published in a lot of different news agencies as well. So everybody has been posting more or less. And this particular news is about, and I'm going to show you who it is right here. But anyway, so the title claims a fashion designer claims that Sam Brinton, and this is Sam Brinton. Sam Brinton, So fashion designer claims that Sam Brinton wore her clothes that were stolen from DC airport in 2018. Now, Sam Brinton goes under the pronouns they, them. So they, have posted, it's official, as of June 19th, I now serve my nation as the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition in the Office of Nuclear Energy in the Department of Energy. So Sam Brinton was appointed, I think, by the Biden administration, and I think Bernie Sanders was responsible for appointing them into office. And then turns out that Sam is a kleptomaniac. Now, how far can we say that or not? I don't know, because I mean, obviously I'm not a doctor, so I don't know, like under the law, if they manage with their lawyer to make it pass as, oh, well, I'm sick, I'm a kleptomaniac, like how much they're really guilty or not in this case, we do not know. But what happened was the lady, allegedly, he is allegedly a kleptomaniac, okay? Allegedly a kleptomaniac, allegedly. Now, but not only that, allegedly, also, if they were to go the route with their lawyer of pushing the agenda of kleptomania in terms of, well, they are not liable if they have a diagnosed kleptomania syndrome, like, are they liable for having stolen something? So what happened? So a couple of years ago, this lady, hey Jizzes, how's it going, my love? This lady, fashion designer, a fashion designer from Houston, claimed that now, of course, Sam got, that's the lady. I would have blended her in later. I need to do this on my time, please. Thank you. So the Sam was let go from work because of this allegation, because the lady that I was going to blend in a bit later stated. So basically what happened was Asia Kamsin, a Tanzanian fashion designer who has made her own clothing for years, shared the shocking connection in a Monday tweet that has since gone viral. So what happened was, Kamsin said she found photos of Brinton wearing her custom clothing that she had packed in the missing bag that went missing when she flew over to another state to showcase her work in kind of like a fashion venue. Could you imagine? So she lands with her husband. Her suitcase never arrives. With Delta Airlines, I believe. And she contacts Delta and says, my suitcase didn't arrive. Like all the outfits, the custom-made designer outfits that I'm making for myself for this particular show or representation never arrived. So Delta, of course, starts an inquiry and starts looking into this case, like, where is the suitcase? Maybe the suitcase got sent to another destination. You know how it goes sometimes with suitcases when you're flying. Sometimes they, by accident, end up in another city, and then the day after or 2 days later, the company delivers them to your house if they find your suitcase, but they never found the suitcase. So they never found the suitcase. Of course, she and her husband kept asking, Delta, like, hey, okay, but, there's like really important stuff in there. There's like my work. These are unique pieces that they're like, I don't know if they were hand sewn or not. But anyway, so it was gone. And why was it gone? Because allegedly Sam stole the suitcase, because allegedly Sam that same day was flying and just, how Sam did this, I do not know. How did they know that suitcase would have clothes in them that they would like? This I do not know, because at first I thought when I was reading this case, oh, Sam works for the airline company, or back then worked for the airline company in the back area, like, I don't know, like taking out suitcases and putting them into the plane, and hence, they peek inside what's inside. Oh, this suitcase looks like it has great stuff inside, let me steal it. No, apparently and allegedly, the suitcase that Sam allegedly snatched was literally at the arrival gate. And so apparently Sam was flying that same day and just snatched the suitcase that they saw. which then makes me think, who knows how many suitcases they allegedly stole? Because maybe, you know, if they randomly just steal a suitcase that they think might be cool, might have cool content, sometimes they get lucky, there's cool stuff inside. Sometimes they don't get lucky, there's no cool stuff inside, right? So I'm wondering how many of these suitcases were actually allegedly stolen and just thrown away because there was nothing of interest to Sam in them, and how many times they were stolen and there was like some interesting stuff allegedly in them. And allegedly stolen. Everything's alleged. But so, but in this case, how did the lady find out that Sam could have been the one who stole the suitcase? Because she saw photos of Sam wearing her clothes, the unique custom pieces that were in the suitcase that gone missing. So she sees Sam wearing her clothes. Let me show you a picture. Here you go. So now so here you go. We'll go. So Asia Kamsin wrote on Twitter, "My name is Asia Kamsin, Tanzanian fashion designer based in Houston, Texas, USA. I lost my bag in 2018 in DCA. Recently, I heard the news on Fox News about Sam Brinton, luggage issue. Surprisingly, I found their images, wore my custom-made outfits, which was in the lost bag of 2018. You guys. Now, I mean, it's one... so again, everything's alleged, obviously. Now, it's one thing to allegedly have... to allegedly be a kleptomaniac. But then it's a whole other thing to then publicly be photographed and publicly wear the stuff that you allegedly snatched. Because, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know, maybe they thought that this was not a one-of-a-kind outfit, that this outfit maybe was, you know, one of 5,000, and so anybody could have purchased it. But then if this lady really made just one and it was hers, she wore it, and then they wore it, then she can, you know, say like, no, like I only made one, you guys, and it went missing. So Sam has been fired from their position in the government. Of course, I do believe that the Republicans are so going to use this against Bernie and Biden and be like, wow, these are the people you hire. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a little bit iffy. But yeah, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Now, Asia is, of course, allegedly, again, filed a complaint or went to the police. Now, the FBI is investigating, apparently, in the story as well. And the FBI don't tell you if they're still on the case or not. It's a typical thing the FBI does. You know, they question you if they need answers from you, but it's a bigger case than just Asia's case. So it's a bigger case, and the FBI are investigating. So they questioned Asia and her hubby, and then no, you know, they're not giving any responses to her questions like, hey, how far are we in the case? Is Sam going to be held accountable for this, liable? What's the prison sentence? Is there going to be a prison sentence? So, well, is there going to be a prison sentence? Now, we're at a point where in the article, they state that, so Brinton, age 35, served as the Biden administration's Deputy Assistant Secretary for Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition at the DOE's Office of Nuclear Energy before they were canned after they were charged with stealing a woman's suitcase from a Minneapolis airport in September and another woman's bag from a Las Vegas airport in July. So it's now 2 cases. In both the Minnesota and Nevada cases, Brinton has traveled on flights from Washington, D.C. before allegedly swiping the bags from the airport's baggage carousels, according to criminal complaints obtained by Fox News. Now, Brinton was released without bail. I wonder if that has to do with the fact that Brinton was working for the government and is white. Just, let's keep it real here. And ordered not to contact any of the victims last week after a court appearance in Minnesota. They appeared in Las Vegas court in December and were released after posting a $15,000 bond. The judge in that case told the former nuclear waste official to stay out of trouble. Brinton faces up to 5 years in prison for the Minnesota theft and up to 10 years jail time for the Las Vegas heist. Allegedly. What can I say? Lily Bonfy says, this same scenario happens in an episode of Gem and the Holograms. Little French homestead. Wow, crazy. Yeah. Crazy girl. Crazy, crazy girl. Crazy girl. Christy Smith, I feel like if you are diagnosed, you are still guilty because being diagnosed does not change the fact that you stole. Unless, you know how they say, like, if kleptomania is maybe a disease that makes you like officially crazy, if you're like out of your mind, then you're not liable, technically. But I'm no lawyer, so I'm allegedly. Caleb says, how can you wear stolen goods when you work in the public eye? Right? I mean, it's so risky. Like, they really risked it, like big time, big time. Christy says, very boldly, obviously, wow, this is nuts, right? Air tags sound necessary nowadays on luggage, Debbie, and I always have air tags. I actually have one air tag, the color of Baby Yoda, and I call the air tag Baby Yoda. And then when I look online where Baby Yoda is, so when I fly, I always check where Baby Yoda is. Yeah. Yeah, I did it myself. Yeah. Yeah. OMG, says that team. Ah, I'm double. I'm a baby says, sound like she snatches random suitcases off the baggage claim carousel. Oh, that area can get very chaotic and no one in checking the bag tags. So they probably do this often. Jesus, what happened to Pitbull? And then I read the comments and then people come for me. And then people come for me later. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to eat any hamburgers today. They might not remember what they have purchased and what they have stolen. That is a good point as well, Debs, because it's been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years that the suitcase was allegedly stolen. Hey, Kate Moore. How's it going, sweetie? So they do not realize that there is a fine line between bold and stupid. Good point. Amma Baby says, this is the most one-of-a-kind outfit. They didn't think it could be traced back to them. Lily Gal says, I believe the lady designer. Christy says, it is like robbing the bank and your gateway car is a lime green Lambo with orange and pink polka dot tires. Typical. Just like Bjork at the theater. I was with Bjork at the theater once while I was performing. But anyway, so she had this huge wig on and people behind her couldn't see what was happening. She was in the audience and she was complaining like how she's like, why don't people leave me alone? Why do people always recognize me everywhere I go? I'm like, girl, maybe don't wear a ginormous wig. Then maybe be a little bit more incognito if you don't want to be noticed. So yeah, Lily Gal, I would love to stay for the rest of this topic, but I have to get some sleep. It's almost 2 a.m. here. Night all. Good night, Lily Gal. Take care, Lily. Bonne nuit. Hey, Kate Moore again. Nettie says, remember when Winona Ryder's career tanked when she was caught stealing? She was a klepto too. We don't know, allegedly. We don't know what happened to her. She said she was working for a movie. She was like trying to get into the role. We don't know. We don't know. But honey, I would let Winona enter my home anytime. And yeah, okay. And if she snatches something, I just say, Winona, give me back the thing and we're good. She wouldn't though. I don't think she would. Bubbles, no one said you were clever, Debbie. I'm so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I'm saying. Oh, Bubbles. I have the feeling Bubbles is sometimes just a garbage pail kid sticker that talks. Anyway, Asia says, this is hilarious. Well, says, Cha, was this her biophilia era? Yes. Blue Yano says, random, but I've been so entertained with watching your storytime videos and Chanel videos, I had to sub. Thank you so much, Blue Yano. Thank you for subscribing. Mwah. Thanks. Thumb up the live stream, you guys. Danny says, don't ever be afraid to wear what you love. You just need to be around those who appreciate what you love. And and wear what you love if it's yours, truly, not if it's still, you know what I mean? Yeah, them wigs were something else as well. Totally. And could you imagine when she's wearing them in the audience? Nobody behind her could see the show. You look so great. Thank you, Brittany. Holy Grace, if there is going to claim innocence due to disability, they will need a representative and or carer. But seems they don't have that if they're eligible to work in politics. Oh, that's a good point, Holly. That's a good point. Unless they were hiding the disability because they were crazy. You see what I mean? They could use that also as like, you could see the glass half full or half empty. Judith says, maybe when they came back from their audience in Nevada, they stole another suitcase. Could be. We never know. You know, Judith says, weird situation. Maybe they bought the lost suitcase from one of those auctions. But they were allegedly flying that same day that the suitcase went missing. So, both times. In Minneapolis and in Vegas. The days the suitcase has gone missing, and both days they was flying that day. It's a little bit, I mean, like quonkadonk, you know what I mean? Like at a certain point, like the coincidences are a little bit too many and too not far in between. Nettie says, I'm sorry if I remember that wrong, but I do know the incident killed her career. Yes, Nettie, but she's back now with Stranger Things. More like just a garbage pail, says Debbie. Oh, poor Bubbles. Danny says, exactly. No imitation, just original. Oh my God. Obsessed with the hair. Thanks, baby. Yes. This was fun, but I have to head to bed. I ain't as young as I used to be, says Caleb. All right. Sleep well, love. Christy says, why does Sam look as if they are wearing a bald cap? True. Oh. They do look like they might be even wearing. Jesus, what's the name of that impersonator person that goes to the Balenciaga shows and has the latex mask on always? It looks like them. It looks like them. What is their name? And they dressed up as that cat lady, and they also lately dressed up as Jennifer Coolidge, like with the latex mask and everything. What's the name? They have a YouTube channel. Hey, Jasmina girl, new haircut? So 80s. Mullet time. No, it's a wig, actually. This is a wig. This is my hair. Always Amba. Thank you for subscribing. Is it Jasmine something? Stone. Yes, Judith. Thank you. Oh my God. Alexis Stone. Yes. So for a second there, I thought it's one of Alexis Stone's. Actually, for a second there, I thought it is Alexis Stone. I thought, like, is this Alexis Stone with like a silicone mask? But allegedly. But it's giving me Alexis Stone mask vibes. The face. But no, in all the photos that they post of themselves, it's that Sam posts of themselves, it's always this type of look. Yeah, they just have a very recognizable face, you know. Well, this was just a warm-up. Because, okay, I hear my sisses too much. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. So if your tummy goes easily upside down, you better tune out now, because we're going to talk about the peculiar case of a dismembered body of a model, an influencer, a socialite, a lady that has been to the latest Chanel Haute Couture show, the one with the paper mache that we spoke about at the beginning of this live stream. You best believe everything's connected. Virginie Viard is connected. Because, hey, Andy, how's it going? Hi, Andrea. You have been warned. And now we're getting into it. True crime. Super Jacob true crime. Luxury. Fashion true crime. I'm going to tone the voice down and we're going to go into that territory, into that hemisphere. as the Telegraph reported, but also other news outlets reported, the head, and the first time I read this title, I thought that it was the head of, like, the head of HR, like the head of a brand, the head of a multinational corporation. So I read head of Paris Fashion Week model found in soup pot. And the first time I read this title, I thought, wait, so what? So the head of Fashion Week? So who is the head of Fashion Week? I'm like, who's the head of Fashion Week? And why are they so little that they were in a soup pot? But then I reread the title correctly, and the title says the actual decapitated head of a model from Paris Fashion Week was found in a pot of soup. Okay. Yes, Jesus, a Chanel hot pot. And I was like, wow. Okay, what we'll go. Boy, oh boy, this is really macabre. So this lady is Lily Bonfi. Is she okay? Well, I mean, listen. I mean, this really happened, right? This is no fun. But if I were to quote one of the loves of my life, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, when they ask her, "How's your head?" She says she never had any complaints. You know what I mean? In this case, she's not okay, Kravi. Exactly. No. And not only is she not okay, the missing head of a top international model was found in a soup pot. Okay? Police said on Sunday, as they charged two former in-laws with her murder. Abby Choi is the name of the model. She was 28 years old. And there she is. She was on Vogue. She was at the fashion shows. She was in the audience. She was also on the runway. She has an Instagram account with over 100,000 followers. She posted one of the latest pictures was her at the Haute Couture Chanel fashion show, the Chanel fashion show that we reviewed. While we were reviewing the show, she was sitting there, still alive. Abby Choi went missing on Tuesday last week. Her dismembered legs. Yes, the legs were detached from the body. Were found 3 days later in a fridge in a makeshift butcher's workshop. But her head, torso, and her hands were missing. Then on Sunday, police found Miss Choi's missing head and some ribs in a big soup pot, the South China Morning Post reported. Like, how? First of all, the person or people who did this, the monstrosity. Think about a human being being capable of doing something like that to another human being. But it gets worse. I've warned you. It gets worse. Holly Grace says the soup pot was also filled with vegetables. Like, what? Insane. As if it were a meal. Police said they were charging her ex-husband's father. Family did this to her, allegedly. And elder brother with murder. While his mother faces one count of perverting the course of justice. The three suspects, aged 31 to 65, will appear in court on Monday. Ms. Choi's ex-husband, Alex Kwong, 28 years old, was arrested on Saturday afternoon, but has not been charged. The finds followed an extensive search over the weekend at a cemetery and at a flat where her legs had been found earlier in a fridge. Police also found the model and social media influencer's identity card and credit cards in the ground floor flat, part of a 3-story house in Tai Po, a suburban part of Hong Kong, not far from the border with mainland China. And then the police are quoted, allegedly, to have said, tools that are used to dismember human bodies were found in the flat, including meat grinders, chainsaws, long raincoats, gloves, and masks. Superintendent Alan Chung said on Saturday, the house had been rented by Miss Choi's former father-in-law a few weeks earlier, according to Mr. Chung. Miss Choi, 28, had been involved in financial disputes with her ex-husband and his family, the superintendent said. The way she handled her financial assets made some people unhappy, he added. Her 2 children, with Mr. Kwong, are reportedly being cared for by her mother. Miss Choi appeared on the front cover of Monaco fashion magazine this month. She had also appeared in publications including Elle, Vogue, and Harper's Bazaar, and was a regular at Paris Fashion Week. Her Instagram page, with more than 100,000 followers, has been filled with messages of condolences. The fact that that family bought gloves, aprons, butcher's utensils, thought how to dismember the body, where to put what part of the body, how to hide this and that, how to cook parts of the body, allegedly. Or had they already had all these utensils before? Is this the first time that they actually did this to a human being? Have they done this before? I have a lot of questions. But Jenny says they already knew they were going to do this. Debbie says, damn, Dexter episode. Naru says, oh my God, this is terrifying. Audrey says, crazy. They've done this before. Nettie, that's the question I also have. We don't know, but it kind of, Debbie says, this is deranged. And my baby says, what? Oshik says, that's effed up. Her poor kid says, I'm a baby. Holly Grace says, absolutely planned. WHC, her dad had a criminal record for a, I can't say this word, charge against another human body. Christy Smith says, dang, maybe they need to get in touch with other acquaintances and see if there are any others missing. That's a really good point, Christy. And I do believe, I mean, the cops, the police probably, I mean, I hope that they're doing a good job. And if they are, I think that they would also try to get in touch with other people, right? That might have been friends of the family somehow, and to see if there's anybody else missing or that went missing in the past years. You know, I don't know. Vel says, I'm speechless. I don't understand how a human could do this. Humans. Oh, particularly bizarre breed of monsters. We are, aren't we? We humans. The amount of hate that we manage to accumulate and generate inside of our being sometimes it's just I don't know what to say. It's shocking. And she, look, I mean, listen, we're all beautiful, right? We're all beautiful, you know, but then also so young. She was beautiful, but also so young. Like, you know, you have your whole life in front of you, and then somebody decides that they're going to take that away. Like, they're going to decide for you that it's over. And that's just something that really should not be allowed in any country, anywhere. I mean, it's something that, oh my God, this hair is so annoying. That is something that should, Not me having a hair moment in the middle of a tragic conversation. Okay. Worth tens of millions of Hong Kong dollars, says Kravi. There was a property dispute worth tens of millions of Hong Kong dollars. Dixie says, just tuned in. What is her name? This is disturbing for sure. Hi, Dixie. Choi. The lady's name is Abby Choi. ABBYCHOI. She was 28 years old. Hey, Aisha, we're doing true crime, your favorite topics. Aisha is a big fan of true crime. Audrey is too. Nettie says, her poor family, this is so horrible. Sheikh says, but no money is ever worth taking any life. Exactly. Nothing is worth taking a life, y'all. Nothing. Nothing. Just nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. And it's also not up to any other human being to decide when it's time for somebody else to go. For instance, I don't like to get political on this channel, but I'm also against the penalty, the unalive penalty. YouTube, why can't we say these words? Death, and then after that, the penalty. Because by unaliving a person that has unalived somebody, you're literally, what are you proving? You're proving that you're just as bad as they are. Justice has been served? No. You know why it hasn't been served? Because the family who lost their child, their brother, sister, lover, husband, mother, daughter, grandfather, whatever, they're never going to get them back. Never. If they've been unalived and the killer has been caught, okay, but then what? Unalive the killer, and then what? I'm still not going to get my family back, the ones that you've unalived, that you, the killer, has unalived. So justice has not been served. It's not been served. If anything, it just shows me that the justice system is just as bad as the killer. I really feel some type of way about this, because I just do not agree that human beings have the right to decide whether or not other human beings are allowed to live or not. We should not play God. We should not play God. That's the bottom line. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Exactly, Holy Grace. Mother Nature and God should be the only ones determining alive or unalive. But this world we live in is very imperfect. Yeah. Yeah. And by God, I mean nature, whatever you want to believe or not believe in. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying it's about morals, humility, being humble. I also always say, don't mess with fate. You gotta let that, life has a sneaky way of always having the last laugh. So be very, very respectful, very, very respectful. Kravi says, what is the right punishment for this then? Kravi, that is a really good question, but at the same time, why do we even think about punishment when something like this happens? Why is our entire judicial system and moral system built up on punish? Oh, you did something that is morally wrong, so you will be punished. There must be there has to be a different way to deal with the situation without it being a punishment. Riemann says, thank you, Jacob. Oh, thank you for what, sweetie? Well, you're welcome. The state should set the example, not lower itself to the murderer's level. Exactly, Nettie. She was very She was very kind. She even hired her ex-husband's brother as her driver. Can't believe they did this, says WHC. Holy Grace says, I'm Christian, but yes, your words are correct. Universe, fate, Mother Nature. Right. So, to each their own, Holly. You know how it is. People have different beliefs, and we respect everybody's belief. And we also respect everybody's choice to not believe if they don't want to. That's okay. Every human being has their own spirituality, has their own way of dealing with existence. And you guys, listen, it's not easy to deal with existence. Are you kidding me? It's not easy to wake up every day. You have to go to work, you have a schedule, you have stuff you have to do, your obligations, you're always locked in a pattern. We're always kind of prisoners of something. And you wake up in the morning and you ask yourself, why am I doing this? What for? We're all going to kick the bucket anyway one day. Like, why are we struggling? So it's hard. Existence is tough because obviously, some of us then question it to a point where some of us find solace in religion. Some of us find solace in faith. Faith and religion are two different things, by the way. Some of us find solace in shopping. Some of us find solace in having a lot of sexual relationships and just kind of thinking that that's going to fulfill us, literally. But it doesn't. Trust you me, it doesn't. Been there, done that, honey. It doesn't. Oh, I've been to a point in my life at a certain point where I kid you not, you guys. Is this TMI for YouTube? Anyway, I crossed paths with one guy. This was many, many years ago. He says hi. And I'm like, hi. Okay. And I pass by and I did not remember if I had sex with that guy or not. No clue. And that's when I realized that I went overboard with my solitude, loneliness, all the things that I was doing wrong in my life. By the way, you guys, this was like 20 years ago. I mean, it's a long time ago. So it's not like you know what I mean? It's not something, it was a very, very long time ago. But then and there, I realized I got to change something in my life because this is insane. I felt so empty. I've never felt emptier than in that moment in my life. And I think I needed to reach that rock bottom in order to wake up, And it was an experience for sure. Terrible one, but yeah, and then you reevaluate everything and you kind of realize, well, hold on, okay, so maybe I need to focus on other priorities in my life in order to feel more fulfilled. Again, reining this back to the initial point of existence, of feeling lost, not knowing where you are, who you are, where to go, how you feel, what to believe in. It's all going to end anyway. And yeah, it was my aha moment. And let me tell you something more. And iconic behaviors is just this. I had a short relationship with a guy. It turns out he didn't tell me that he was HIV positive, and I'm not going to mention any names, obviously. But of course, I was when he told me that he was, and we didn't do anything that dangerous to that point, but we did a lot of dangerous things that were dangerous enough. I freaked out, as one would. But this is not the point of my story. The point of my story is slightly different because he said he was afraid he was going to lose me if he told me. I was like, well, had you told me at the beginning of our relationship, maybe there would have been something. Maybe I could have learned to deal with it, understand it more. But like now, telling it to me now after you've kind of been withholding it from me for like a month, now you've ruined it. But that's besides the point. The point was that I was scared of having, HIV. And just doing a quick test isn't enough. Like you have to do the in-depth, what's it called? The PCR or something test, the one that doesn't just calculate the antibodies in the blood, but calculates the virus load in the blood. It's a test that costs more. But you got to wait 3 months. Well, at least you had to back then. You had to wait 3 months for that. to have a certainty if you're positive or negative. So I spent the following 3 months in hell. In hell, every day, every day. Could you imagine how my psyche was tormented? Every day I was thinking to myself, okay, wow, I'm gonna die. This is it. Like, so young, and here I am. Like, these are my last days. You know, like, I mean, dramatic. But obviously you can live with this disease. That's not the point. But the point is this. For 3 months, I was psychologically flagellating myself for being, you know, I'm like, oh, I have it in me. I have this disease in me. And then after 3 months passed, I had that special test done and it was negative. So yes, knock on wood, honey. We are free. But now we get to the true point of my story. Not the true, all of it is true, but we're getting to the core. When I went to the doctor's office that morning to receive my test results, after 3 months of anticipation, I was that morning ready for the doctor to tell me, you're positive. Now we got to figure out a way to what medications, blah, 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 how your life is going to look. You know, I was kind of, for 3 months, I was kind of almost telling myself, oh, I have it. I come into the office and the doctor says, you're negative. And something really strange happened, you guys. I did not feel relieved. Isn't that bizarre? There was a part of me that entire time, as I was waiting those 3 months, there was a tiny, albeit pronouncing it correctly, tiny part of me that always thought, well, if I am negative, I'm going to be so happy. I was really shocked that once I received the news that I was negative, instead of being liberated, feeling amazing, no, instead I felt so angry, so disappointed, so out of place. I was furious, and I've never felt this confused in my life. You know, I'm usually very well put together, but in that moment I lost it for a second. And I thought, well, Jacob, why are you so angry? And I really tried to kind of focus, you know, really go inside of me and think like, why am I so angry? I was angry because I was angry at the world. I was angry because I realized finally for 3 months that fear that I had in me, like, okay, well, if I am positive, like, oh, my life is going to be over. I finally realized when I received my negative result that I was angry at the world because for those entire 3 months of anticipation, what I was really doing was getting ready for the entire world to judge me. The entire world to tell me I'm not worth anything. I'll never get a job again. I'll never be loved again. Nobody's ever going to want to be together with me again. I'm going to be, you know, the outskirts. I'm going to be the pariah, the social pariah of society. And when I received my negative test results, I felt rage against the world. It was all in my head, right? But I felt in that moment like, you bastards, all of you, who would have judged me and made me feel like I'm lesser than, and would have made my whatever rest of my days I have left a living hell. I was angry with the world. I was angry with our society. I was angry with how we build up judgment against anything that's different, against anything that is debilitating. How we immediately tend to discredit, dismantle, eliminate whatever is just different from the norm. And I was so furious. And that's when I felt so empty. I've never felt that empty in my life. And that's when I started really fucking around. Safely, for the most part. But that's when I ended up, fast forward to several months or I don't know, a year later, fast forward, the point where the guy passes on the street, says hi to me, and I don't remember anymore if I actually had sex with him or not. So it took me a long time after that 3 months incident of waiting for the test results. After that, something snapped in me. And then it took me a long time to get out of that mental state of feeling judged by everybody and feeling so empty inside. And then after that situation happened with the guy passing by saying hi and I didn't remember them anymore, I was like, okay, I got to change something, girls. Something's got to give. And I did. And I did. And I did. And I did. And I'm really, really happy now. I mean, I feel fulfilled from that aspect. I'm unhappy on many other levels. Obviously, we all are. But, you know, glad to also share with you that I am negative still today. Thank you very much. So, yes, there's that. Healthy. The only issues I have is my omega-3 fats are a little bit low. So I need to take supplements, omega-3 fat supplements. And I should eat less sugar, but that's a whole other story. There you go. Okay, so let's take away Abby. Supplements can help. Take supplements, sweetheart. Yes, they always help. So at the end of the situation happened for you, for your personal evolution, now you are wiser. Yes. We are constantly judged. Yeah. Thank you for sharing this with us, Deiko. Really glad that after all that, you are in a better place mentally too. I'm totally in a better place mentally now. Listen, I just go on these kind of tangents. I know we were talking about Abby Choi, so sorry if I kind of veered to another subject, but I guess her story inspired me again to think about my past and to think about like how I dismembered my own sense of security. You know what I mean? Like I felt emotionally dismembered. Thank God I'm still alive. Abby doesn't have that luck, and nobody should have taken that away from her. Hi, Olfactive Stories. I'm glad you're feeling better now. Been sick for a few months, starting to feel better. Glad you're feeling better, sweetie. Yeah, you've been sick often, even last year, remember? I hope you're doing okay. No, so I'm saying I go on these tangents, like one really intense story, like true crime, like with Abby Choi, right? It triggers me to go into all of these different directions. And I'm just really honest with you guys. Like I just like kind of whatever comes to my mind, I say it out loud. So it might be like, to some people, it might seem insensitive. Like somebody might comment under the video, like, why aren't you, you started talking about Abby and now you're like talking about your own silly situation. But she inspired me. And I don't know. I fall into this thing when a person's life has been taken like this, so brutally. And you remember we had this conversation a couple of months ago with Gabby Petito, with the Gabby Petito case and Brian Laundrie. When we lose a life, like that, so brutally, I immediately tend to fall into an optimistical state, which is I try to find reasons. I try to find something so that their life has not been in vain and that their passing has not been in vain. I try to find connections to important things in my life that I can connect to their life so that they can live on in a memory, at least, so that their life, you know what I mean? So that their life also had a purpose, because every life has a purpose and nobody has the right to take your life away from you. And so with Abby Choi, when I heard the story and I read the story, I was just so sad that, she's so young. She has a whole life ahead of her, or had a whole life ahead of her. And I'm like, well, and now what? And again, we fall back to that questioning existence. Like, why are we even living? What's all this for? What's all this for? And then I try to realize, I try to think about what can we learn from this? Because nothing else is left, nothing left. If a person is gone, they're gone. So all you can do now, you can mourn. You can mourn the person. You can feel the pain. It's a long process. But most importantly, you can learn from this. And if you've learned something from this, then they have given you something. Their life had a purpose too, because they have taught. And I think if we teach each other, that's like the biggest way that we have as a society to grow and to survive, is if we keep learning from each other. So I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but I hope that this kind of makes sense. If you really listened to me from beginning to end, the trajectory does come to a full circle. Yeah. Yes, let them have a positive learning for your life moving forward. The murderers want you to remember how they died. Let us remember the positive to take that away from the criminal. Exactly. Remember the positive. Remember the positive. Remember what a powerful strength, what a beaming light everybody is. We all are. And most importantly, even more so than the ones that have passed, don't ever undervaluate and underestimate your light, because you're still here. You're still alive. And you mean a lot to everybody around you, to us, to our community, to the world, to the universe. You are energy. You are a force. You are light, and you are alive. And that is like such a miracle in itself. What were the chances that we would be here in this infinity of a universe, that we would get born, that we would be alive, that we would meet each other virtually, that somebody would invent internet, that somebody would invent YouTube, that somebody would create a YouTube channel and would start making live streams, and that one day we would just all be here in this virtual room chatting to each other. Like, what were the odds? The odds are way smaller than winning the lottery. And this is why I believe that life has a sense of humor. It always slaps you in the face with a joke. This is why life doesn't let us win the lottery. Because life is like, you already won the lottery. You're alive. So losing the lottery every time I play the lottery is just life's reminder of telling me, you already got lucky, bitch. You already got lucky. And we tend to forget that. Always miserable. We're always miserable. Oh, the coffee's too bitter. Oh, the pizza. Lukewarm. Oh, I got bad service in the store the other day. Let me complain about it on Yelp. Oh, I got to pay the taxes again. Oh no, I overspent on my credit card. Now I'm in debt. Oh, woe is me. Who cares? Seriously. There's more important things. Seriously. Oh, Riemann, thank you. Wonderful, Jacob. Yeah, Star Medicine. What a beautiful message, Jacob. Claudia from B. Amen, Jacob. Wonderful words. You guys. Thank you. Danny Rodriguez. Exactly. I love you so much for this. Oh, I love you too, sweetie. 10 seconds of my life. Lottery. Yes, I'm telling ya. We won the lottery. All of us. We're here. We won. And life has this wonderful sarcastic sense of humor. You pay to play the lottery, and life makes you lose. And it's like, yeah, I realize it. You already won. You've already won. Dropping pearls today, says Mary Lacey Lind. Life is so fragile, constantly a millisecond away from a whole other reality. Oh yes. Live for the moment, says Audrey. Carpe diem, baby. Brenda Romero, beautiful words, Jacob. Thank you. Kravi says, yeah, lucky, yeah. Roof over the head, food on the plate. Should be grateful for that. Exactly. And to have people that care enough to want to talk to you. Don't ever underestimate the light of others, because also how our brains function. You're going to live a longer, healthier life if you have a lot of social interaction with others. We are social creatures. Don't forget that. We are at our best and fullest when we interact with others, when we bond with others, when we talk to others. That's when we are fully living the miracle. When you're alone, it doesn't work. You need to be together with other people. You need to socialize. You need to develop social skills. You need to expand your social circles. You need to have friends. Because their life and their light is also your life and your light. And together we are stronger. Yeah. Wisdom is detachment, says Velasquez. This is a place for healing with no judgment, says Audrey. Christy, I hate when people say, why me? When they should be saying, why anyone? Exactly. Because all of us are one body, you know? We're all part of this one kind of atom. It depends on how deep you want to go into physics and quantum physics and relativity and also belief. I mean, there's science, but then there's also superstition, there's religion, there's a lot of different things. But, in some instances, some people believe that, well, we might just be some microscopic, invisible particle inside of a bigger body that is also a microscopic, infinite particle inside of a bigger body that is also an infinite particle within a bigger body. So we might be so tiny, and we are, that technically all of us humans together, we might be just one atom or one molecule, and we're all just kind of like the electrons inside that atom moving together. And we kind of think that we're all individual and we're all, oh, me, me, me. But when in reality, all together, we compose the molecule or the atom. So, Jesus, the babushka doll effect. Yeah. Yana Petrova, thank you. I needed this. Oh, my love. Yeah, we all do. We all need this. We alive. We winning. Yes, 10 seconds of my life. Yeah, best believe. Practice daily gratitude. It helps so much, says Debbie. Audrey says, can't help but think of Vivian. In Vivian's words, in Vivian's own words that she says in Art Lovers Unite, she says, I don't believe that what passes away, that the person in her, we were talking about life and death of humans. And she said, I don't believe that you can take your conscience with you in death. Meaning, she didn't believe that you could remember stuff in death, but she believed that the energy that you're emanating your entire life, and if that energy that you're cultivating, it's a positive energy, right? If you cultivate the positive energy, once you do pass away, that energy will be given into the universe, and it will make the universe a better place. That was her vision of life after death, you guys. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And especially now hearing those words in the movie after she's really gone, it really hits. It hits. It hits. Yeah, we need to be lifting each other up, says Little French Homestead, for sure. Gratitude of a hermit, says Velasquez. Krabi says, lol, I'm an absolute introvert, so social interactions I don't exactly enjoy, but amen for friends who still want to be in touch, even I don't want to. You do want to, you just take a little time getting out of your shell. Like you're coming out of your shell now because you're talking with us. See? Oshik says, a simple conversation is something that lacks in today's world. The lonely become weaker over time and then all of a sudden lash out with so much emotion that sometimes it can even lead to oh yeah, definitely. Always be balanced. I always say that to all my friends and family. I was like, tell me immediately when something is wrong, when you feel like something is off. Don't keep that inside. Don't let that build up. Don't let that tension build up. You're going to snap. Let it out. As soon as you feel it, let it out. I can handle it. What I cannot handle is if you hide it from me and then like 2 years later, you explode on me and I have no clue where it came from. You know what I mean? You inside, you think, oh, that I know what's going on. I don't know if you don't talk to me. Vivian's view is so beautiful, says Hoshik. Yeah, she was amazing. Really amazing. Your molecule's looking amazing. Spinning with that new bracelet. Thank you, Jane. Living for the little new bracelet. Happy times. Happy times. Vivian's
Leon
view is
said
so
love
beautiful.
donated $6.
I mean, my
Dacre,
middle school
thank
math
you
teacher
for
used to tell us
inspiring
that there
message.
is a world
Love
that
you.
is imagining this world. Yeah. And if we go really into, for example, further back into a Greek mythology and philosophy, you know, there's the, or even further than that, I think into Indian even, the concept of the turtle carrying the world, what was it? The turtle carrying the elephant that carries something that carries the earth. It's like basically that concept that we really had, that babushka effect of like, everybody's like, oh, we got a tip. Oh, Leon, thank you so much. I don't know if it's not popping up here because maybe it's going to pop up in a minute because of this new background. But thank you, Leon, so much for the tip. Oh, it did pop up? Oh, there was no audio? Sorry, I didn't see it. I was blabbering on. Thank you, Leon. Let me pop your cherry. Cherry? Nothing. Let me pop a cherry. Nothing. So Leon says, Jacob, thank you for inspiring message. Love you. Oh, love you too, sweetie. Let me pop your cherry. Yes. Oh, that was a tough one to pop, but we did it. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. Like Pratchett's Universe? Oh, Factive Stories. Something like that. Yeah, the rat and the Ganesha. Yes, you know how a dream seems to last all night and forever? Yes, Christy. Yeah. Bubbles was caught sleeping. Mm-hmm. No, it's just that the audio didn't pop up. The system is a little bit off today. Chrissy says, well, what if we are all in a higher being's dream, and if they wake up, then we are all just gone. Poof. None of this would have mattered. Exactly. If we indeed are just somebody else's dream, when that somebody wakes up, we cease to exist. Now think about it this way. Maybe, just maybe, each one of us is somebody's dream. And this is how being unalive is connected to a dream. When that being or entity that was dreaming about you wakes up, that's when you are gone. But then I wonder, are we our own dream? Because sometimes in my dream, I see myself. And so I woke up one day thinking to myself, well then, if I saw myself in a dream, I might be in a dream right now, and I might be dreaming myself up right now as well. You know? Christy says, well, what if we are all in a higher beings? Oh, I read that one. Brenda says, I wanted to tip, it's not possible from out of the US. Oh, really? Wait, I have the little scanner thing that I can blend in. Let's see if the QR code works. See it? This little thing here? If that QR code doesn't work, because from the United States, it does work. Yeah. Mrs. Blue says, oh, Jacob, live when I get home from work. Nice. Christy says, we truly just don't know. We just don't know. Brenda says, that's $18.99 Netflix series. Corinne says, are we still live? Oh my God, so happy I managed to join. Yes, Corinne. Well, are we still live? Are we dreaming? We don't know. That would explain sudden unalive. Like hooked to a machine like Avatar. Yeah, or like Matrix or something. The metaverse, says Christy. 10 seconds unalive. It's a hologram here. I just have a hard time upgrading it. I mean, also think to myself, well, if I am a dream, can I like update myself? I don't know. Like, can I update myself and be like, oh, okay, this is better. This is a better version of... I think you can update yourself. I think you update yourself every time you realize that you're doing something wrong and you grow from your mistakes and you learn from your mistakes. That's when you update yourself inside your dream. Neo and Trinity forever, says Audrey. Matrix, baby. You know what I mean? Truman Show and everyone else is just an actor. That could be a possibility too. Like testing everybody around you all the time. Like, is it really you? Or are you just acting to be you? You know what? This question begs a donut. Hold on. Let me grab my donut, you guys, because I want to say that I want to test if the donut is real or if it's just a dream. Because listen, no, we got to test the donut. Listen, because I know I should be on a sugar diet, but it's for science. It's for science. Okay, it's for science. It's research. It's research. Listen. I'm a bite that donut, and because we gotta know, like, are we dreaming up the donut or is the donut really there? And yeah, the calories are real, Chaz. Well, Jesus, maybe the calories are just a theory. Maybe they're not real. Maybe it's just a supposition. That's the spoon in Matrix, says Olfactive Stories. Madame Ross says, give me a donut too, please. Madame Ross says, Madame, it's going to be a vegan donut. So you can eat it too. You can eat it too. Debbie says, yeah, and you transfer them to us virtually. Yes, we will. I will send it through the screen. Okay, are you guys ready? It is my favorite of the donuts, of the donut family. It is the coconut donut with coconut filling. It's a vegan donut. And this is how it looks, y'all. Oh my gosh. There it is. And by the way, you see where I was going with this whole setup, this whole background, this dreamy scenario with these little speckles of gold flying around. This has all been a dream, you guys. This entire live stream, unexpected live stream, nobody knew was coming. We're all just sleeping. Miss Coconut is back, y'all. Okay, so is this a real coconut donut? I'm about to find out for science. Oh my God. Listen, honey. Take me to church. If this is a dream, do not wake me up, honey. Oh,
Brenda donated
Brenda.
$10. Love you.
Thank you
You're
so
my
much.
ultimate influencer in such a positive way. First time in the life, so it deserves a
Brenda
super
says,
chat.
love you. You're my ultimate influencer in such a positive way. First time in the live, so it deserves a super chat. Oh, Brenda, thank you so much. So kind. Thank you. Can I just say this donut is a dream? Hey, Rich Mitch. I gave you a shout out in Mr. Smelly's live stream 2 weeks ago. My audio driver crashed. So you can hear the audio of Bubbles reading the super chats. I can't read it. I can't hear it. So that's why I have to read it out loud for myself, because I can't hear it. Oh my God. Let me pop your cherry. Brenda, cherry. Yes, queen. On topic, I bought Hieronymus Bosch leggings this week, says Lily Boffy. Awesome. Honestly, I need to get one now. That's priority one today, says Madame Ross. Get yourself a donut. Listen, when I eat this donut, I always say, what a dream. Oh my God, such a miracle. Such a miracle. This is such pleasure and joy. It's like, who invented this? And you know what I mean? It's so amazing. Mm. Oh my God. It's beyond delicious. Oh. Okay. Christy says, let me scroll down. Christy, I missed it. Oh, no, too much. Where Christy, I have a question that is so unrelated. How can say that some food and drinks have 0 calories when the only thing is truly 0 calories is water, but it is made with other ingredients? It's all a lie, lol. Oh, I have no clue. I don't know. That's way out of my league to answer that question. Rosha, yes, I did have a live stream with Mr. Smelly. My Factor Story says, if there is no real coconut in it, can we still say that the donut is real? Well, yeah, the donut is real because it's still a donut. But if the coconut wasn't in it, it would just be a different donut. But it would still be a donut. But this one has, look at the coconut filling, you guys. Like it's all, oh my God, look at it. Look at it. It's all, Living ferret. Oh, thanks, love, says Rich Mitch. You're welcome. Oh, this is so good. Oh, Kravi, thank you so much for becoming a Tier 2 member. Now you have access to all pre-shows. Every Saturday, there's a 2 to 3 hour long pre-show, which is a live stream just for my Tier 2 members and patrons. You have access to the new level of reality in the Matrix, in the Fashion Bunker Matrix. Calories are a measure of energy. Wait, hold on, I missed it again. Let me go down. Let me go up. I mean, 10 seconds says, calories are a measure of energy. You measure it in a sort of oven. If it doesn't need much energy, then no calories. Wait, so calories are a measure of energy. You measure it in a sort of oven. If it doesn't need much energy, then no calories. Okay, I get it. Okay. Kravi says, since you said you are having a donut, I ordered bubble tea for myself. So cheers, sweetie. And so is please send donuts, says Aisha. Oh my God. Madame, yeah, you can order some. But it seems as though the coconut was a February special. I'm really sad. I'm going to have to wake up from this dream because apparently this one is going to not be available anymore in March. Oh, cheesecake out of the fridge, Val. Living ferret. Blue Marine, sugar is life. It's a drug too, but hey. Wait, the chats aren't moving anymore. You're making me crave sweets. Jacob enjoying his donut in his nature paradise. Eden. Hey, Nina. Hong Kong tea with tapioca pearls and strawberry pop and boba. Yes, queen. Hey, Nina. Yeah, I'm back for a minute, and then I'm gone again. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm good. I hope you're doing well, too. While you are enjoying yummy foods, I'm walking on the treadmill. This live stream is 7 kilometers in. Oh, you're burning the calories that I'm ingesting. You see what I mean? There's balance in the force. It's perfection. You see what I mean? It all makes sense. I'm not going to gain any weight because Little French Homestead is burning the calories for me. Y'all. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. There's a glitch in the Matrix, Madame says. I mean, okay. Okay, we have to talk about the glitch in the Matrix again, right? I was talking to Ramina Rose May, by the way. Go subscribe to her channel. She's amazing. About the Matrix, about the glitch in the system. And it's kind of really, like, shocking because she says, well, this is all, we're in the Matrix and nothing is really real. And she says, an example of the proof of that is that we've never seen baby pigeons in real life. Like, we've never seen a nest of pigeons, a nest of baby pigeons. And she says, don't Google it because on Google, they're going to show you the fakes. But in real life, the Matrix has a glitch because there is no nest for a pigeon. Like, there's no nesting pigeons. They just appear. They're just always the same. They're all big. There's no baby pigeons. You've never seen a nest of pigeons. You've never seen baby. And it's crazy. So I'm kind of getting obsessed with the pigeon theory. You know, Brenda says, watching other people eat sugary rich stuff like a donut is satisfying. Proven by science. Best mukbang. Thank you. Krabby says, will the pre-show be available for viewing later? Yes. I might be sleeping. Yes. So when I film the pre-show, then a couple of days later or up to a week later, it's posted because then it has to go into post-production first. So it's not left online immediately, but it comes out a couple of days later. If only it worked like that, says Little French Homestead. I know, I wish it would. But yeah. Christy Smith said, don't we wish we would all work like that? Nina says, I'm okay, thanks, darling. You look fab. Thank you. Kimmer says, enjoy your donut, Jacob. Looks delish. Was eating a bowl of buckwheat with eggs and Parmigiano, and it's so delish too. That is yummy. Good food. Well, that J.W. Anderson clutch made her think this way, says Kravi. Haha, interesting. Christine says, that's deep. Wow, that's true, says Lily Bob. Yeah, who has seen a nest of pigeons with pigeon babies? Who? Little tiny pigeon chicks. Who has, that was an owl. Who has seen a nest of pigeon chicks? Well, that's true, right? Oh my God, Jacob, didn't get notification of your live. Have I missed much? We've been on a journey. 10 seconds of my life says it's because her clutch lost its beak. Yeah, you can't Google Madame because that's also the Matrix. That's fake. Okay, got it. Thanks. That's crap. Yeah, Leanne says, pigeons have a nest in my rafter. Same two birds for years. Aha! They try to run me out of my side yard. But you might be working for the Matrix, Leanne. How do we know that's true? How do we know you're not one of the Matrix people? You see what I mean? We need the proof. We need the proof. Because every person has to see it for themselves. Otherwise, we don't know. We don't know. Where do baby pigeons go first? Mind blown, right? A factor source says, I've seen a nest of pigeons with eggs on a balcony. I've seen a nest of pigeons with eggs on a balcony? Why you don't see that often, I think, is that if you don't get rid of it quickly, your place will be quickly filled with bugs. So, we need proof, though. We need proof. We need proof. Thank you, Nata Dida. Thank you. Like your hairstyle. Thank you so much. My roof is slanted and I find pigeon eggs on the ground regularly, says Leanne. Interesting. Val says, I'm going to go on a quest to find a pigeon nest. I'm telling you, Val, I haven't found one yet. But Leanne has found, well, we don't know, allegedly. And Karine has also seen a pigeon, allegedly. unless they're also not part of the matrix. They make vegan whipped cream with chickpeas, canned liquid. It's called Aquafina or something. Oh, what that had to do with pigeons, honey? Just a shame. That's so horrible. How about the eggs? Oh, Aquafaba? What are we talking about? Aquafaba, yeah, slay. What? Okay, little French homestead. To be fair, the cuckoo bird eats pigeon eggs and leaves their eggs in the pigeon nest. Right, but we have grown-up pigeons. Where do they all come from? Where do all the grown-up pigeons come from then? That fill up the cities. You look, oh, Carol H, thank you, Jacob. Your look is all heart, heart, heart. Hello, everyone. Hey, Carol H. Work from home, but OMG, such a temptation to watch the stream. Uh-oh. Nina says, just tutorial for a recipe for a pavlova, which what you described, the chickpeas water. Not sure if it tastes good. Have you tried it? Madame Ross, it's just perfect to imitate non-vegan stuff. Oh, the aquafaba thing. Leanne says, they got on my porch and pulled all my tarragon out by the roots. I chased them with the hose, but they wouldn't leave. Oh, classic pigeons. But you say they were baby pigeons. It's just perfect to imitate non-vegan stuff. Oh, we're sorry. Aquafaba is the best, honestly. Okay, I've never tried that. Aquafaba. I don't even know what that is, y'all. Interesting. Well, anyway, you guys, that's all I wanted to say. YouTube wants us to end it because it's 2.5 hours. Like, if you go overboard, YouTube is like, no, we're going to kill it off. So I want to thank you all for tuning in and joining this wonderful conversation. I know we went into dark territories, but we've also been into light territories. This has been an interesting experimental type of live stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let YouTube know that you've enjoyed it by thumbing it up. It would do me such a great favor, because thumbing up the live stream means that YouTube gets notified that we're doing something right. And it just means the world to me to thumb up the live stream. And it costs you nothing to thumb up the live stream. So thank you also to all my members and patrons. You can also pledge, become a member or a patron today and gain access to extra perks. Also, I want to say thank you to the mods. And I also want to say thank you to everybody tuning in. I cannot play sounds for outros or nothing, I guess, because I can't hear it all. So we will be playing it in the next live stream, because the widget that controls the sound just died on me. So I can't hear the sound, so I can't play stuff. I will slip you the thumb. Thank you, Rich Mitch. Rosha says, it was amazing, tearing up. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Rosha. Thank you. Successful live at this time. Was it though? I don't know. I'll see how the analytics go later, you guys. Star Medicine says, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Christy says, thanks, Jacob and the bunker. Thank you so much, Christy. Thank you, Jizzes. Blue Marine. A très bientôt, my love. Oh, my love. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, sweetie. Nina says, have a great day, Jacob, and everybody else says, thanks for the surprise live. We loved your coconut donut mukbang. Queen. Oh, I would love to play the poem from Bubbles, but I can't. Cuisine Queen. Nina says, au revoir tout le monde. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thanks for the lovely live stream. Little French Home said, merci beaucoup for this live stream. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Brenda Romero, great chat. Loved it. Thank you, Jacob, and all of you for Fashion Bunker. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to the mods. Thank you to Debbie. Thank you to Jizzes. Thank you to Audrey. Thank you to Aisha. The other mods were, I think, asleep, but also thanks to Kev. Thanks to Nicole Pancakes. And whoever else, I don't know anymore. Who else is in here, you guys? Yes, by people watching night or day. Ah, good, Debs. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know, because I'm gonna have to check all the stats. The statistics. I'm gonna have to check them. Dario Domenico Martino, not me sneaking in this live stream while being at work. Oh, Dario, well, don't you worry. You're not going to get in trouble because we're done with the live stream. I'll rewatch this, says Corinne P. Oh, glad you're going to rewatch it. Yeah, guys, rewatch it. Give us the view. Great chat. Loved it. Thank you, Jacob, and all of you for Fashion Bunker. Velasquez says, bye. Take care, everybody. Says, Dresda Sulfactive Story says, thank you for this nice morning. Thank you too, sweetie. Thank you, Vel. Good night, everyone. Good night, my loves. Oh, my gosh. Good night, Velasquez, Nina, Vel, Debbie, Jesus Sulfactive Stories, Jenny, Dario, Kravi, Corinne. Thank you, everybody. Monetti. Thank you, guys. Never give up on love. Subscribe. And I'm going to see you very, very soon in the next video /or live stream, whichever comes first. Bye.